well, greetings, everybody. Welcome once again to the RecPoker Podcast. As always, sponsored by Running Aces, Racetrack, Casino, and Hotel, and website AMP. And we've got another Chats edition of the podcast. And this one's a little bit different, a little bit fun. I hope that's okay. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to talk a bit about the new seminar format. And you're actually going to get to hear or see, if you're watching on YouTube, a little bit of that new seminar format. It's pretty exciting. So we're going to chat a little bit about that, as well as the road trips. They have started. We are on the road, RecPoker Road Tripping. So we're going to talk a little bit about our first experience, what we have coming up, and a special announcement. Hint, hint, Running Aces. Hint, hint, Invitational Tournaments. Hint, hint, RecPoker. We'll tease that out. But let's first introduce the panel. My name is Steve Fredland. I go by RecPoker Steve in the Poker Stars home game. And, community, right? It's all about community. Gene Veneer said one of the marvelous things about community is that it enables us to welcome and help people in a way that we couldn't as individuals.
And I'm Chris Jones, 5x5 on Poker Stars and Twitter. And speaking of community, it was really heartening to watch the poker community come together this weekend. And Cale Cleaton got his van, which is pretty awesome. So that was awesome to watch.
Yeah, cheers to KL. And I don't know who ended up buying my coaching database review session, but email me, Jim at RecPoker. I can't wait to check that in. I'm Jim Reed. I'm glad to be here. I'm Bluff Storini in the home game, and I just can't believe I get to be here every week. Thanks, team.
And just for those of you who are listening to the top, I agree with Steve. This is a little bit different than what we normally do, but I think all of our episodes are fun. It's not limited to just this particular one. And of course, I have a quote from Johnny Moss. Hold'em is to stud what chess is to checkers. Oh. So just keep that in mind. And I am John Somsky, Poker Geek MN everywhere.
Hi, I'm Kim Kilroy. I'm pet vet here on RecPoker and most places, and Fergie56 on Poker Stars home games. And what I'd like to say is something I'm not sure where I heard it, but that just because something is optimal, it doesn't necessarily mean it's profitable.
Nice.
Very good. I'm Rob Washam. I'm Radman50 everywhere. And Tommy Angelo came up with a quote the other day, which I thought was really intriguing. If there were no humans in the world, would there be weeds?
That's a good one.
If you were to say, here's the quote, and then put multiple choice on who said that, he would be my guess. And I also
there probably wouldn't be weed.
Yeah, was that plural or was that singular? I don't know which that was. Well, we are going to have some fun. Like John said, I think we'll let John talk more this time, so it will be more fun than usual. And I don't know if Kim's allowed to drop that much wisdom in one of her first visits on the panel, but that was pretty good. So we're going to dig into some of the community happenings. Like if you're listening to this going, I want to hear my name, I want a home game, I want to hear my name, you will later. So we talk a little bit with the panel, and then we do a little bit of break for our promotion, and then we come back, we talk about all of the happenings here at RecPoker. So we're going to talk about the home games and stuff like that after, but let's just kick right into this thing. I want to turn this over, Mr. Jones. I know we've talked a bit about seminar, a bit about your excitement, and I know on Twitter you said the word excitement 400 times in a 30-second clip, but talk a little bit more about the seminar and what's going on with that deal. I know we're recording it tonight, actually.
Yeah. So I guess ask me a few hours from now whether everything went smoothly or not. But I think this as we've kind of progressed with RecPoker and really understood, what our community wants and what we're all about, and really just kind of learning together through community. We really felt like this was the next step for all these seminar and learning pieces, and just happened to find this piece of software, which we're going to talk to the creators soon on the RecPoker podcast. But it's really cool. It allows you to play in real time and have people watch and commentate on the action, seeing everybody's hole cards. We can give lots of parameters to the play. So each seminar, we're going to create these different scenarios and invite people to play with us, have some commentary about it, and come back and ask some big questions at the end about, well, what about this spot? Did I play that right? And then go back and sort of go through some of those spots a little more thoroughly. And I think it's going to be, as long as everything works smoothly, which I'm still, but I think it's going to be a really great addition to sort of all the things we do at RecPoker.
Yeah, and like you've said, it sort of combines everything we're trying to do. Like we're a vibrant and encouraging poker learning community. So this is vibrancy, right? The interactive sort of thing. It's poker learning, it's community, it's all of that stuff kind of wrapped into one. And so I think it really captures the heart, and it seems like a differentiator. I don't know who else is out there doing that sort of stuff in a way that actually allows our members to actually engage real time with it. I think that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and so our first one tonight is going to be all about satellite play. So we're going to put people into scenarios as if they're in a satellite, and we're going to have our special core team guests have some special kind of fly in the ointment instructions that no one else will know about, and they might be told to play in a certain way that you wouldn't expect Jim Reed to play it like. So so that's going to be fun too, because people are going to try to be figuring out.
Never.
I thought he was going to play well.
I want to know. I cut you off, Chris. Sorry, but I saw Rob sort of smugly smiling. I don't know. Rob, do you have a role in this thing, or why are you? Well, that's a little canary.
I might.
Yeah,
I might.
Well, it's already happened by the time we.
Oh no, the Kim.
No,
we've got premium members here.
Dang
But
it.
all will be revealed.
Just pretend I'm not here. Just go on into work.
I'm sorry,
Here,
Chris. What was that?
I'll mute myself.
No, but it'll be a ton of fun, I think, and then we're gonna come back and recap, and then people will be able to guess. Well, I guess Rob must have been told to, I don't know, do XYZ because he was playing really weirdly. So yeah.
That's good. I mean, it forces you, if people know they're going to be asked kind of about that too, then it kind of forces you to pay more attention than you otherwise might. You should be picking up on betting patterns more and more than you otherwise would if you're just kind of clicking buttons. Jim? Yeah,
in fact, we should have a layer, because we should have a layer where if someone guesses all 4 rolls correctly, then they get some little bonus prize or something like that. Incentivize people to pay attention.
Chris, could you add that to your management piece?
Sure,
Chris, could you just?
That's what Jim does to me all the time too. You know what we should do? Now I know how Somsky feels. Hey, you know what we should do?
Yeah, I'm used to that. Why don't you actually, from now on, let's hold at least one of these every day.
Yeah, we're gonna do a daily seminar, Chris. Is that cool? I mean,
Sure.
And then 3 or 4 on Saturdays, and then a special one the first Monday of every month or the second Monday of every month for the people that did the best.
I feel seen.
Well, Chris, I know, anything else on the seminar you want to touch base on, or just basically tell people, man, check it out, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, check it out. And should I introduce this now?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay,
sure.
So then we're actually going to we're going to insert a little bit of the clip from the seminar so that you can hear and see a little bit of what it's like. Check it out. So we will do that, and then we'll hear from Jonathan Little, and we'll be right back.
Ooh. We evidently are distracted by a dog.
She folded king, queen.
I think it was a dog-induced fold.
And Steve's got that horrible hand that was pocket 5s.
Yeah, this should be a shove from Steve. There we go. I like it. Although he's going to really run. He's going to run into it here. I hope he hits a 5. That would be delicious.
I would expect a 3-bet here.
Yeah.
Yep. With Jim stacked, this might be a call for this type of player.
Yep. You can see he's just pained by this.
Yep. He's going like, oh, I was told to play this wrong. And now Steve's actually priced in at this point. I think, well, so a large portion of his stack. Okay,
Well,
so
Steve now is a backdoor straight flush draw.
yeah, but Gopher Boy has the nut flush draw
Yep.
and a pair of aces.
Yeah, he's sitting pretty happy right now.
Yeah, Steve's gonna need some more chips here.
Oh, no, he's not. Oh, Taylor hates this. The Gopher Boy absolutely hates this. Oh, he just he just shut his video off. He hates it so much. We got into it on the home game the other day where I had pocket fives
Beautiful.
and won a hand
Wow.
or flopped a five or something.
Wow.
And he just absolutely hated
Off the video.
Oh man! All right, so
Remember Chris raised his hands, is like, whoa, yeah.
You want to tell everyone to unmute now?
Yeah,
What happened to Taylor? Did he
Oh,
pass out?
we
There's
can
only a turtle
unmute them.
left.
We can unmute them now. He said, "Do."
Okay, yeah, let's unmute.
Jones.
hey, now see, that's how you
Jonesy!
play pocket fives, Steve. That's how you play pocket fives. Well done.
There we go.
Have you ever wondered whether you should call a preflop raise or 3-bet instead? What do you do when you have a flush draw? Do you raise it or do you just call? What do you do with ace-king when you miss the flop? Are you tired of guessing about what the right play is with your particular hand? Well, my name is Jonathan Little, and I am a 2-time World Poker Tour champion and creator of PokerCoaching.com, where we offer over 1,000 interactive hand quizzes where you play a hand and then get real-time feedback from our world-class pros. Don't guess and don't stress. Just register for your free account at PokerCoaching.com/RecPoker right now.
All right. Well, thank you, Jonathan. Little good stuff. And that clip, it's going to be pretty sweet to see again. I'm not going to pretend like I saw it because we're editing it in afterward. I'm not that professional where I'm going to pretend, oh, wasn't that a great clip? But I know it's going to be great. I think
Blew me away. What
Yeah.
an amazing.
I mean, right. That's what people do, right? The post-production editing. Wow, that was fantastic.
Thanks for
we
sharing
haven't
that.
seen it yet. We don't know if it sucked or not. But here's the thing, like, if you're listening to this on the podcast, obviously you're going to get some out of that. But just, if you're not aware, some people don't really realize this because most of our audience is audio podcasts, but we do have a YouTube channel. And so all the podcasts, at least within the last 6 months plus, have been all on the video on the YouTube channel as well. So go check that out on video if you kind of want to see what's actually happening and how the software works and all that stuff. But Chris, man, just great. I mean, amazing preparing for this amazing vision. I think, the seminars have been fantastic over the last, I don't know how many months you've been doing, 18 months or something. And now to take it, you kind of had this vision of how do we involve this? So vision and execution. I always talk about there's visionary leadership and then there's getting it done leadership. And you got both. There's a great quote about the whole, if you have vision, but you don't execute, you're just dreaming. If you execute, but don't have vision, you're just passing time. But if you do both, you can change the world. So I love that. So thank you for all your work on that. I'm excited to see where that goes. So let's talk a little bit about the road trips. We want to have Kim on here more often, but this is obviously one of the things that's near and dear to her heart. So I want to talk a little bit about what the things are that we have done and planned more locally for the road trips. And then I want to have Kim share a little bit about her heart for let's travel, like let's get all these bands released, and so we can go travel the world. And she's got a group on the RecPoker page. So I want to talk a little bit about that, but just to give you guys a kind of a quick update, we've been talking about this a little bit. So 3 days ago, we were up in Fargo, North Dakota, baby,
Yes,
for the
sir.
Dakota Poker Tour. I was super encouraged. We had like 8 or 9 of us. I think 8 was the final number of RecPoker people that actually traveled there. I mean, it's 3.5 hours from the cities, traveled up there wearing the gear, wearing the garb. There's a couple people that were up a little bit closer that were there. I got to meet Elvis 76 from the home game and a bunch of other people, but it was so much fun, you guys. And so we just went and played their tournament, but we had lunch together beforehand. We rooted for each other, we railed each other, and it was just so much fun. And so that was an absolute blast. And thanks to the guys and gals that made it up there. We had a really good time up there in the Dakota Poker Tour. So recommend those folks. It's part of the like free poker network. You can play at the bars for free. You can qualify. This is $150 buy-in. And for a lot of the folks playing, like this is a big deal, you know? And it took some courage to kind of go into an event center and have somebody dealing. And so this is a big deal. And they ran it really well. They had a final table that was live streamed. Chris Hansen from Poker Night in America was there. It was really cool. Brooke Leiter and the crew there. Chris Goose Ragoose was there. Kind of the crew from the crew was there. So had a really good time there.
And as a player, Steve, because I know it's been a while since you got your hands into the chips at the table. Like, well, take us through it. What did it feel like? We've been looking forward to this for so long.
And it was awkward. And I was a mess with the chips. Like, I think the chips were more slippery than normal, or my hands weren't working. But it was awkward, you know, at first. And you know, it's different. It was different denominations than I'm used to too. So I think everything was kind of just harder. I kept looking at the numbers. And I would just announce everything, 600. And then try to figure out what to put in. But no, just being at the table, you know, I haven't even frankly, just being that close to people. We were playing 9-handed, and, you know, now I've gone to a restaurant a couple times, you know, I've been vaccinated for a while and I've gone to a restaurant, but we're still sort of away from each other. Like even we had lunch together, it was like 5 of us around a big round table. And so then all of a sudden you're just right next to people. And it was, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit like, is this okay? Like, I know I'm vaccinated and I think they are too, but it's just sort of, so it took a while to kind of get acclimated, but within probably an hour, it felt like, yeah, this is what I do, man. I play poker, and it was really fun. It's been almost 15 months since I've sat at the felt, which, you know, you guys know when you're playing 2, 3, sometimes more times a week, you know, that's a lot of tournaments that you missed over 15 months. But it was fun. It was really fun. We got there early, got acclimated, and just had a ball. Yeah.
And did you notice any like play differences in how people were approaching the strategy of the tournament or getting out of line or anything like that?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've played the Bar League tournament, you know, and so I had to kind of get used to that. Like there's a lot of limping, a lot of really passive play. I know Adam Wolfman went up there. He was out there. He got cracked because the guy, you know, like he was the third limper, and he limped with aces. You know, so, you know, sort of some of the stuff that you see in the home game, some of the stuff with a little bit of, you know, a little bit different sort of style, a little less experience. And so it's been a while. So I kind of had to adjust my game to that, as well as, you know, kind of getting used to the play. So that did take some adjustment. You're like, oh, babe, there's no way that they have this hand here. And oh, yep, they do, you know. But, you know, I mean, that's just experience or whatever. That's just, you know, how they play. So, yeah.
Well, I wish I could come down and join you for the next one. It's running aces, isn't it? That's kind of the breaking news here. We've teased it a little bit. No, we're gonna break it. But we've teased it a little bit. So we have worked. So Running Aces is our home casino. They have not yet resumed tournament play. I've been having a number of conversations with them about what it's going to take to do that in terms of capacity and staffing. There's sort of a two-headed monster there. Staffing is just tough all around, right? It's tough to get people to work for entry-level jobs and that sort of thing. So they're still trying to work that out, how they can do that. Cash is like twice as profitable as tournaments, so it's just hard to justify tournaments right now. But we were able to work out a deal with them. So we are actually going to bring a couple of tournaments back to Running Aces. They are RecPoker Invitational Tournaments. What that means is you need an invite to be on the list to play, because one of them is only 3 tables, one's only 4 tables. Single re-entry at the table. That's all they can do with staffing, but they're willing to do it. So we are going to fold that into a RecPoker reunion and invitational tournament. And all that means is, if you want to hang out with us, hang out with us. That's all the reunion is. We got some things scheduled. We're going to be eating meals at Running Aces. We're going to go to the harness races. If you guys want to disc golf, I'll take a crew out disc golfing. We'll just kind of hang out. We got a couple of hotel rooms for people that want to come from out of town to hang out. Like it's the Thursday and Friday night, June, whatever that is, 3rd, 4th, 5th. I think those are the dates.
Yeah, 3rd, 4th, 5th.
And so we'll have the whole schedule out on the website by the time you listen to this. But the reunion part is open to anybody that just wants to hang out with RecPoker. Let's get together, man. We haven't seen each other outside of 2 dimensions forever, or their screen names on PokerStars. So let's get together and do that. And then the Friday night is a three-table, is a three-table, 27-person single rebuy, 180 plus 10. If you want to do the optional dealers thing, that's the deal for Friday night. And then Saturday is the exact same tournament, only 4 tables that we can do. So 6 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. Saturday Central Time. And so just the information will be on rec.poker/road trips.
Road trips.
But we are going to do it because it's invitation only. I've sent out an email tonight to our premium members. If you are a premium member, you should have gotten an email that says, if you want to do this, let me know, because it's first come, first serve. And then in a couple of days, we're going to reach out to our community members and we're going to say, hey, here's the deal. It's open to premium members. If you want to become a premium member, you can use this code. You can get your first month for $5. That will give you access. If you want to then sign up for the tournaments, you can sign up and then cancel the membership if you don't like it. And then if there's still room available, we will open it up to our other community members for that. I think it'll fill up pretty quick, but that's kind of the deal.
It's going to be so much fun. I'm so jealous of you guys down there playing live and with fun people like that. Like, I know I missed out on a great time on Rec Poker Day, St. Oswald's Day.
Rob
Oswald's Day. Yeah,
I know it's
St.
going
Oswald's
to be.
Day.
It's going to be a hell of a time. So you guys have a good. I hope someone down there crack a grolsch for me.
I don't even know. Yeah, where do you get that?
I don't think they serve grolsch at Running Aces. I'm not sure.
Okay. I was gonna drop a burn there, but I can't drop a burn on Mecca.
No, you don't drop a burn on Mecca, baby. So that's going on there. So that's super fun. I know I'm talking a lot, but we'll kind of open this up here a little bit. But then after that, we've got Iowa. This actually just came through today. We are actually considered officially an official partner of the RunGood Poker Series.
Yeah.
So that is a pretty big deal for us and for them, right? Because we're gonna layer on community. We're gonna bring people there. They do great events already. Tana Karn and that whole crew doing great things, and we are gonna bring a layer of community. We're gonna bring more people. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and so it's a great thing. So we are going down there June 22nd to 27th. The Airbnb is rented. We've got a number of people staying there. There's room for more. We're going to try to pack that house out, and it's just going to be a really good time. So again, rec.poker/road trips. All the details are out there.
And I've never been, but everything I've heard is that they run a fantastic series, and this is not just one tournament; it's a whole tournament series. They're doing that stretch, so it should be a great time.
We've heard for years. You guys should partner with RunGood. Like, you guys have the same kind of thing that they have going on. So yeah, I've heard the same thing. They run good things. 2 years in a row, Global Poker Awards, Mid-Major Poker Tour of the Year. So we'll see. We'll judge the heck out of them when we get there. But Tuesday morning starts with the seniors tournament. Then there's a celebrity bounty thing, and then all week leads to a 575 is their main event tournament. So it's pricey, but it's not stratosphere pricey. And there's qualifiers and that sort of thing.
And it's just going to be one of these things that we're trying to add all these different layers to all these road trips that we get to. Sometimes it's going to be, if you're in from out of town, come crash at the Rec Poker House. Sometimes it's going to be, we'll have a guest and do like a learning seminar. Sometimes it's just frisbee golf with Steve and the crew, or harness racing, whatever gets you going, So there's always going to be something unique, something special about, whatever road trip it is that we're talking about. And I can't wait till they open this border and let me cross. I want to have some fun.
If you're a baseball fan, isn't it like either the Little League World Series or the College World Series or something going on at the same time?
It is. The College World Series is happening in Omaha, which is right across. It's basically Omaha and Council Bluffs, Iowa, are sister cities right there across the border. And yeah, so the College World Series is going on. So that's one of the things that we've talked about is, hey, if we got an evening free, people want to go check out baseball, that's fine. But one of the other things that people are finding as a result of that is hotel rooms are like $300 a night there.
Oh yeah.
Right now. And we're like, hey, come to the house, baby. It's a lot cheaper than $300 a night.
That's
so,
right.
But yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff going on there. So people think Council Bluffs, Iowa, where's that? What's there to do? Well, Omaha is right there. There's a lot more stuff to do there. But yeah, go ahead.
And I think people like don't understand that there are so many great places like this in America. So if you're someone who lives near one of these great places or really likes this great casino and they have a great event and you'd like to do a road trip near you, email Steve at rec.poker and let him know. Don't make this my problem. Email Steve at rec.poker and let's arrange a road trip near you. All it takes is having like good people in the area and a great event by a great provider like these ones here, and let's make some magic happen.
Yeah, we're looking to do more of that because that's how you build community, right? You go on road trips together.
Even Canadians know how great America is. No, it's true.
They don't have big cities like Omaha up there.
Hey, every once in a while we outnumber you guys out here, so I'd be careful. With
I know. Well, I just look at the home game results. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, we better tuck our tails and run if we start talking about mixed games and things like that. It's like
it's unbelievable.
I saw
that. There's nothing more American than pretending you are better than you actually are. So, you know.
So true. That is just, so just see, he said we're gonna have fun, and now we're having fun. So I'm dropping the golden wisdom.
He's just dropping the knowledge,
constantly. So, and then to the last road trip we have planned, and again, a number of people have reached out about different things. So, like Jim said, reach out. Like we do want to do more and more and more of this. This is at the heartbeat of what we do, is this community thing. So reach out, honestly, if you have a connection or an idea. And then the last one we have planned is the WSOP. From end of September to mid November, we've got the house. It's a beautiful house, private pool. It just looks amazing. And, 4 big bedrooms plus another room that's got 6 bunk beds. So we got room. We're waiting for the schedule to be released. We have a number of people that have already put deposits down to reserve their spots. So we'll give them their schedule in order, and then we'll kind of keep going down the list until the sucker is fully booked. And I already know I've got people that have already said, I don't care if I'll sleep on the floor somewhere. Just let me know. So we're gonna have a blast in a nice big house.
Quarantine me, Canada. I'm coming for that one. I don't care. Quarantine me on the way back. I'm coming for that one. That's going to be great. So
yes. So it's going to be, all of that stuff planned. So I've been yammering on here a lot. You guys have heard some of this already, but just really excited about it. And, I tell people all the time, rec poker is not for everybody, right? Like, but if you do want to learn the game, and if you want to get better in the game, you want to be surrounded by good people and just not take life so seriously, just have fun as we learn the game, as we play the game, celebrate each other. If that's sort of your heartbeat, man, we'd love to have you come along and be part of that thing. So, but I know that's just sort of one piece of our whole vision thing. So Kim, maybe talk a little bit about, I think you've already talked a little bit, or no, Jim has talked a little bit about this, but you've got a group going, you've got a vision going. You're already one of these people that's traveling the world playing poker, or at least used to. So share a little bit about your heart on all this stuff.
Yeah, I used to. That's the
I know, sorry.
there.
Hey Kim, remember when you used to travel and play poker? Remember that?
RunGood has been on my radar for a long time because I've heard nothing but really good things about them, like a very smaller kind of series that's more intimate. So it's more personal. You get to meet lots of people. You get to see the same people over and over again. So I'm really looking forward to going to one of those. I don't think it'll be the June one, but maybe after that.
Can't we smuggle you across a lake?
We're still pretty locked down here.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you about that. Because it blows me away that you're just like suddenly out there getting to go and play poker. And did they have any COVID restrictions in effect at the casino?
Yeah, they didn't in Dakota, in the Dakota Poker Tour, which I'm not really surprised by. That sort of I don't know that they were in the middle of the thing. I don't know that they were having restrictions, but they did not. They did not require that you said you were headshots or that you wear a mask or anything like that. There's a few masks that were out there, but very little. So that's not really a casino event. I mean, it's a bar league that was held at an event center, right. So it's a different sort of thing. I have not heard yet. That's one of the things we'll check before we go to Council Bluffs if there are any restrictions. I know obviously plexiglass is starting to come off in different places. Have any of you guys heard at all about Council Bluffs? Where they're at with so we'll look into that, I guess, before we go. But I know in Running Aces, for the cash games, they're starting to remove the plexiglass, or I think May 28th or something. John, do you know about that at all?
I don't know. I actually just over the weekend played my very first live poker play well over a year. So they still had the plexiglass up, and I'm actually glad I got to experience that once, but I won't be heartbroken if I never experience that again. It's kind of weird the way the plexiglass is. You can see reflections, and it's like, how big is the chip stack, or where's the button? It makes it a little bit more difficult to see things. It also makes it a little bit more difficult to see the other people. And one of the things I like about live poker is getting tells on people. But it was good I did not completely forget how to play poker. I still remembered how to shuffle the chips.
And you made money.
Yeah, I did make money. I won about
Nice.
3 buy-ins there. So
Nice.
Oh,
Whoa.
congrats.
And John
That's
puts
not
down
bad,
like 10 grand at a time. 10 grand is a buy-in for John. So
I wish 10 grand was a buy-in if that were the case. No. But
have the other guys, have you guys heard anything about what casinos are doing? I mean, Vegas, I've heard a little bit, but other things as far as restrictions and what to expect?
I was
just must feel weird to go out and play again. It just must feel really strange.
It does. I went and played live a cash game at Harrah's down in Kansas City, and they never had plexiglass up because I was down there in December. I didn't play, but they were playing 6-handed, but they did not have any plexiglass, but they required masks. Well, now they've opened it totally up, so your masks are optional. And they had no plexiglass. We were playing 9-handed, and I was playing 1-2. And I think there was 3 players at my table that had masks on. I was one of them. I'm not fully vaccinated yet, so I felt more comfortable wearing a mask. And there was a couple other guys with masks, but everybody else was mask free. So they don't have any restrictions at all at Harrah's in Kansas City.
Interesting. Well, I'm hoping with the poker travel group that people will feel they can post there to try and connect with other people that are going on trips and maybe find a travel buddy. Before COVID happened, I was going somewhere at least once a month. So at least 12 trips a year, overseas, locally, 3 times to Vegas, usually in a year. So, and often I'm traveling alone. So would be great to, this is the kind of thing where you can just put out start a discussion on the travel group and say, hey, this is coming up. Is anybody interested? Or we can carpool there, or we can meet up and when we get there and we'll share a car, or do you want to get an Airbnb? Do you want to share a hotel room? That kind of thing. Similar to your road trips, Steve, but for more of a global kind of travel thing.
Yeah, it's more global and it's more organic, right? Like that's the thing. Like, we'll do these sort of road trips and they're kind of planned and structured around rec poker, but we want the organic connections to happen. We want people that are just like, I like to travel, and they don't need to be a premium member to become part of that community group that you've built. Just need a free membership. Right. Then they can join that travel group. And then, like you said, just as organic, like I would love nothing more than to feel like people are just connecting and they're sharing cars and they're doing all that kind of stuff that we don't have to like plan and orchestrate and whatever. Like that's the heartbeat of this whole thing.
Yeah, my hope is that anybody that's interested in doing any kind of travel will just post in it, and it'll just sort of take on a life of its own, that I don't have to necessarily oversee everybody. They can plan their own trips in there and meet up with do their own thing. So that's my hope for it.
Sorry, Kim, go ahead.
No, that's just my hope for it. That's all.
I love that vision. I love that. So we'll do some local road trips, and then hopefully we'll be doing some international trips. We have people like Chapo in Australia said, "Come stay with me." We got Fareed saying, "Hey, we'll take a trip. Come. I'll be your host." We have these people that are being very generous. And so we want to do those international trips, and I know Kim's already got experience doing that thing. So it feels like
you wait till all the restrictions come off, then you'll see how much.
It's easy to say, like, hey, everybody from Canada, you guys are all welcome at my house. Right. Okay, Chapo's like, what did I say? But no, there's different levels of this thing, and I think even the road trips that we're planning, we're not going to pretend like we have it all figured out. I'm sort of failing forward. That's sort of my thing. Like, hopefully not failing too much, but like, let's just get on the road. It's open. Let's just go. Let's not wait 2 years till we have it all figured out. We're going to go to Fargo. We're going to go to Iowa. We'll learn some things as we go. We'll try the thing at Running Aces. We'll go to Vegas, which we've already done a couple times. But I think let's just kind of learn as we go. I think everybody's going to be gracious, and we just keep improving the I guess the experience as we go. And then we've got, the international side, which Kim's going to be able to like give a ton of advice for, whether it's something we actually structure and plan or just advice. Hey, I'm going to the Aussie Millions. Who wants to join me? But then I love the idea of just organically just building that thing. And so like, if people are like, okay, so people are going, okay, this sounds cool. I do want to travel, or at least I want to explore it. And maybe they haven't even gone onto the RecPoker website. Talk a little bit about how they find that, whether Kim or Jim or whoever, but rec.poker is the website. Maybe they don't have a membership. What do they do to even connect with this group?
Well, you could go to either rec.poker/groups, and then you could go and see all the different groups that any member can join. Or you could go to rec.poker/petvet, and you can learn all about Kim and her various exploits, and some groups that she's specifically involved with are linked from that page as well. So there's a few different ways you can get at it.
Are we going to learn about all of Kim's exploits, or just like the travel related sort of stuff?
I don't want to overload the website.
Because Kim is one of our Wrecking Crew members, so that's why she's got her own special URL. That's fantastic. Well, what else do people know about? Need to know about kind of this travel thing, Kim? Like, who is this for? Who would you like to see jump in there?
Everybody. I want to see everybody that's interested in traveling jump in there. And the first thing you need to do is go get your passport.
Yeah.
Because some people don't even have a passport yet. So if you're interested in traveling abroad, whether it's just to Canada or whether it's actually, out of North America, then you're going to need a passport. And then from there, we can there's lots of people that are already members, like Elizabeth Bennett Martin. She does a lot of travel with me. So she has a lot of knowledge in traveling as well. And we have a lot of information about satelliting into events as well.
Good point.
So
yeah, and I'd say too, we've got all these people that are out. We got, I look at the numbers and I get all the emails from people in Switzerland, Norway, New Zealand, Australia, Germany, Ireland. Like, you guys are listening to the thing. Thanks for doing that. But we want to meet up here. So whether it's we meet where you are, tell us where we should go. Tell us where we should play poker in Dublin. Let's go. Or, if you're coming for the World Series of Poker, just connect with us. Come out to the house, whether you're staying with us or not. Let's connect and do all that stuff. So yeah, I love that there's a central place if you're just interested in traveling. And I assume,
I'll be posting on it left, right, and center as soon as it's open. As soon as traveling is open places, information will be there.
I love it.
I'll just say that Kim already started a sort of a thread there about like where are some of your favorite stops or places you've been or places you've dreamt of going. And it's already been some kind of interesting conversation. I, for one, my one is Canada. Actually, I really want to go to Montreal. I've heard that place is as good as it gets for poker players. So
you can all come to Canada, and Jim's got a nice house in Coburg. It's not that far.
That's right. Yeah, come in the summer, and there's all sorts of space in the back to pitch a tent, and you can stay as long as you like. It sounds really fun.
Jim's got like this secret basement room, though. I'm a little worried about.
Yeah, that is.
Chris, you've seen that on the video.
I saw a tour of that on Zoom, and it was.
We don't know what goes on.
Slightly terrifying.
You mean the fun room?
We're on the video with Chris and I are like, what's that? Where does that door go?
And it's literally like under a carpet or so. It's like a trap door under a carpet.
It is. It is a trap door.
Into like a pretty...
It's the kind of door that you don't just like share on a podcast.
You're out there now. So if anything happens to Chris Jones or myself,
that's right. He's definitely above ground somewhere. So don't go looking anywhere subterranean.
Oh my God. So,
yes.
All right. So people are
okay. Last thing.
Yeah.
Everybody, I encourage everyone to come and join the travel group. It's completely free, and you can just go on there and just see what people are posting and discussing. You can talk about places you might want to go one day, and who knows, you might end up there sooner than you think.
There
I
you
love
go.
that. Dare to dream out there. And I think, one of the things that we've found in the community is that people are really generous. People want to make dreams come true. Like people like Fareed is like serious about staking people to go to like some of these trips. Like that actually happens. So I think put out there what your dream is, put out there what you want to do. And let's just see if we can, maybe the right person sees it. And we can make some of those dreams come true for you. I think we want to see people travel. And if your dream is to one day travel and play an $1,100 tournament, let's see if we can make it happen. If your dream is to go to Australia and play the Aussie Millions, let's do that. So let's see what we can do. I think road trip, Kim says in the chat, fantastic. All right. Well, anything else on that road trip stuff, Jim?
I mean, I guess I would just say that any Kim,
we're gonna road trip to the fun room. That's what Kim says in the chat.
Fun room. Any premium member can make their own group, can create their own group at RecPoker, because we think like our premium members have a lot of passion to share. And so if there's a subject or an area, it doesn't have to be poker, that you're interested in, just start a group like Kim did and see who joins. And you never know. You never know what kind of friends you might make when you find out something that you have in common that you wouldn't have known otherwise.
I have a question for Steve.
Yeah.
RunGood Poker Series. What's the next one after Iowa?
We don't have it booked in yet. We're having a couple of other conversations, but nothing is booked. At this.
There is one, right?
Oh, for RunGood. You're asking for RunGood?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it is.
Isn't it San Diego?
I think that's before.
Didn't I read that somewhere that it's San Diego? Oh, is it?
I think there's like in Mississippi or somewhere. Somewhere in Mississippi, I think. Maybe.
We'll put some details up at rec.poker/road trip. Okay, Steve's got it.
So San Diego is June 8th through 13th. So we're not part of that one at this point. Then Horseshoe Casino in Iowa is June 22nd to 27th. And then Tunica is July 6th through 11th. So we have not chatted with them yet about road tripping down there. That might be an option. Why do you ask? You just curious?
Oh, I was hoping it would be late enough that us Canadians could go. But we might have to wait a little longer.
Soon, Kim.
That's down there like on, isn't that Moneymaker territory down there?
Mm-hmm.
He's down there, Alabama, Mississippi area. So maybe he'd be coming over to the RunGood for that deal.
There you go. That sounds fun.
All right. Well, anything else on road trips, guys? We can kind of transition here to some other stuff. All right, good stuff. Thanks for entertaining. That's going to be fun. I think there are a lot of people that are probably interested in road trips, and then they heard us talk, and they're like, wait, traveling with those guys? Maybe not. Just so you guys know, like people like Rob and Somsky will have a room, so there'll be a calmer room, a calmer area as well, if you just want to say, all right, that's a little bit wacky for me, but we do have fun. But the way that we approach it, man, we go, we play poker, we learn together, we have fun together. It's just going to be a good time of community building. So let's shift gears a little bit. Well, a lot of it, I guess. Somsky, how do you feel about going next and being interrupted a bunch?
Yeah, I was really enjoying listening to Kim get interrupted. It's nice for the shoe to be on the other foot for a little while.
It's for everybody. See, John, you're not special.
Yeah,
interrupt everybody.
That's good.
I interrupt everybody.
Very good to know. Okay, so we're going to start off this in pure class, and we had a back-to-back winner.
Oh my God.
Elizabeth Bennett Martin Benmar won her fourth and fifth nightly series victory of the year on the 17th and 18th.
And Kim was just talking about that beast.
That's right.
From the north.
It's the RunGood. It's contribution RunGood. People start showing up in the sessions more. They're contributing. I know Elizabeth was at the latest Power Hour empowerment session, and now she's in here binking back-to-backs. That's what happens. It's Nation RunGood. I love it.
A rare feat too. The back-to-back. I think there's only been like maybe three or four people who've ever done it. It's pretty rare.
Yeah, and it depends a little bit upon how you count it. Like we had one that won the LPP back-to-back, but that's technically a week apart, but it's the same exact event. Here are back-to-back nights on the daily event. We have had some back-to-back winners for like the mixed event when, Patty 98 was winning half of them. But that's still very impressive. May 19th, Glassjaw 2222, Dave Schoon got his fourth nightly victory of the year. Uncle Hoots, Brett Barhoover got his first nightly victory. JBT Twin Cities, Joanne Bird got her
JB.
second of the year.
Yeah.
And the Toque, Brian Cole, he's someone I know well from the Annie Up series,
Oh,
got his first nightly series.
Nice. Congrats. Welcome, Brian.
And then for the mixed event, Rick the Good Dog,
Rick
the Rock Omen, won the Badoogie this week.
hey, John, can I interrupt you?
Yes.
I'm asking permission at least. Just so here's I'm very, very, very scared. Like, I always play those practice events because I don't know what I'm doing in mixed games. I barely know what I'm doing in Hold'em. I haven't gotten to play either.
His words, everybody.
I haven't gotten to play any of these practice Badoogie things, and I'm scared to death. Like, what do you recommend for people like me that are like, I know you created videos. Like, is that where we should start? Or like people that are going, okay, the monthly mixed game is the second Wednesday of the month, and I haven't been able to play practice events. What do I do about this thing called Badoogie?
Yeah, there is a Badoogie primer that I put out that will teach you the rules of the game and very, very, very introductory strategy. So it's not going to make you a Badoogie expert, but it'll at least let you know what the rules are. Real quick, you want 4 different suits. Ace through 4 is the best possible hand. If you have a suit or a pair, then you go down to a 3-card hand. Any 4-card hand beats a 3-card hand. Any 3-card hand beats a 2-card hand. It's really simple once you get into it.
No, I feel like an expert now. I think you actually did it. That was it. That's all I needed.
Badoogie is one of my favorite mixed games. It is also one of the most unlike any other. It's probably closest to something like Raz, if you think of it that way, with a few little wrist twists and wrinkles in there.
All right, I'm excited.
But I think you should just plan on enjoying yourself. In other words, prepare yourself to be a good loser.
Yeah, that's right. Sit to John's right.
Then international events. Jasper Jr., Patrick Berry got his second international event of the year, and Evil Roy CA,
yes,
Canadian,
yes sir,
got his third of the year.
Got you surrounded.
And then none other than Kim Binkley, Eric Jin, won LPP Sunday.
Nice.
And of course, as always, contact Jim Reed for information on how to claim your month of membership at Learn Pro Poker.
And actually, Eric's not even going to have to, because I'm going to see that bad boy in person on Tuesday night at the online play-in hang. So I am looking forward to that, and I'll just tell him myself.
And Evil Roy is one of those guys and gals that have been private. They haven't shared their name with us. That's every right to do that. For those of you that are going, shoot, I won and they didn't say my name, it's because you've got your profile name set to private, and we honor that. So if you want your name shared, you have to switch your profile to be public. And if you don't know how to do that, get a hold of us and we will do that. Now, I know who Evil Roy is, and I chatted with Evil Roy in the chat, and I said, you're winning so much, the world needs to know who you are. And they said, I'm close. I'm close to revealing it because of some other reasons. So congratulations, Evil Roy. I know who you are. Someday the
mystery
world...
there or something.
I know.
Good for him, because I got to tell you, sometimes it takes a while to unfold your petals to Rec Poker Nation, and that is fine, Evil Roy. Okay, you unfold your petals to us at exactly your own pace. When I joined Rec Poker, I didn't even turn my camera on. I didn't even put my real name on here. I was Poker Jim with just a black screen, but they cracked me open and I unfolded my petals into this.
Evil Roy,
so maybe one of these days.
Evil Roy's out there. I know they have Rec Poker merch. They're repping the brand. They just not quite ready to reveal their name to the world. So
we should start, having polls like, which famous Canadian person is this?
Yes. Yes. I don't want to give too much away, but I think you're on the right track there, John.
Yeah.
Well, good stuff, Mr. Somsky, as always. Anything else on the home game front?
No, that is all.
So this releases on June 1st. So what does that mean for us with the monthly home game? So June 2nd would be the first.
June 2nd is the No Limit Hold'em series, and then June 9th will be our Limit Badoogie game. And of course, if you win a daily series event in May, then June 14th will be the Tournament of Champions. So make sure you check out. I will be messaging the winners to let them know about the Tournament of Champions. Make sure you sign up for that so you don't miss your chance to play.
And if you do play in the Tournament of Champions and you make the final table, whether you're a premium member or not, you're going to be invited to join our monthly online review and hang, where we just get together all the premium members, everyone on the podcast panel, and everyone who made the final table of that month's Tournament of Champions. And we go through it hand by hand, street by street. We talk about everyone's action. We compare strategies. It's one of the more fun ways we can do a hand review with a home game way of doing it. And it's always like a good group of people there, some of the home game regulars. So I encourage everyone to join and to reach out if you haven't gotten a sample of that yet.
Love it, love it. Mr. Washam, anything going on in the book study?
Why, yes, as a matter of fact. Yeah, we're doing a book study on modern poker theory by Michael Acevedo, in case anybody is interested. Our sixth session is coming up on June 2nd. That's the first Wednesday, and then the third Wednesday, which would be the 16th, right? June 16th would be the next session. We'll be going through the six max live cash pre-flop summary. We've had some discussion about that, and we're going to be, and for anybody, this is coming out on June 1st, so you're not going to have a lot of time to read it if you're not hearing about this until you hear this podcast, but that's what we'll be discussing. We're going to be going through some of the concepts, not really tournament related, but I think there's a lot of crossover that we can glean from that before we get into the next section, which will be on tournament play. So looking forward to that.
So someone who's listening to this, you have to be a premium member to be engaged in that deal, and you can try that for $5 a month with the code RecPoker. But they're listening to this going, crap, I really wanted to study that book, and now they're 6 sessions in. How big of a deal is it for them to say, I want to become a premium member, I want to watch the old videos and catch up? Like, is that doable, or what do you feel?
Oh, that's definitely doable. All of the videos are out there on the RecPoker site. Also, all of the slides that we go through are available on the book study group within the RecPoker website. So everything is there. Anybody can catch up. And hopefully, if they do and they come and join us during our live, they can bring some questions if they have some questions about some past things. We don't have a problem going down rabbit holes in this thing. We do it all the time.
And we're barely into the meat and potatoes. We're barely through appetizers. So
Yes,
there's lots of time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I love it. And I love the approach of, the goal is to learn the stuff together. The goal isn't to finish the book, right? You will finish the book, but that's not the goal. And I think sometimes when you study stuff, it's like, no, the goal is to finish the book and we have to stay on the schedule. And I think the idea, is to learn the books, to have the discussions you need to have to learn it. So I love that approach to it.
Yep, definitely.
All right. So anything else for the good of the order? So Jonesy, Jim's got some, who's got stuff that we need to share?
I know Andrew Feist wishes he was here, but he's moving or something. He's renovating. He's got a lot going on. But if he was here, he'd be saying, well, RecPoker Nation, I'm so glad to be here to tell you that Jason Su is joining our affiliate program, our Learning with Partners program. And so starting in June, one of the amazing Learning with Partners that we have is going to be Jason's program. He's going to be sharing 10 to 15 minutes of his own premium content every month that we'll make available to our premium members. And it's going to be a great way to get to know Jason, get to know some of his material. And I think I'm also going to get him to sneak in on some of these Tuesday night opens and drop some wisdom on the group there too. So I'm really excited to be welcoming Jason to the RecPoker Nation, even more formally and intimately than he has been already.
Yeah, and one thing I love about Jason, I love how he thinks. I love how he approaches life, poker, the whole thing. But he's also one of these partners that's engaged with RecPoker. Like, he is a member. He's been on the forums. He's doing those sort of things. So it's really, and they're all great. We have a ton of great partners, right? Solve for Why, Red Chip, Jonathan Little, all these things. But Jason's really engaged and sort of likes what we're doing here, loves the community aspect of it. So shout out to Jason if you're listening. Thanks for being part of this thing. And yeah, let's get some folks signed up for his Poker with Presence stuff that he's doing, his books. Great stuff, great guy.
Nice.
All right, anything else for the good of the order? Going once, going twice, it's sold. All right, so go to rec.poker, check it out. Become a premium member. We talked about this before. It's $15 a month, but you can use the code RecPoker. You get $10 off your first payment. You get it for $5. Try it out. And just a reminder, that gives you priority access to the Running Aces tournaments too. So like if you want to be on that invitation list, you got to be a premium member. $5 will help you save your seat. But then, man, check out all of the other stuff that's going on. It's pretty amazing. So let's close off there. Special thanks to Running Aces Casino, Racetrack, and Hotel. Fantastic website, AMP, great stuff. Thanks to our panel, Kim, Jim, John, Rob, Chris. We will chat with you next week.